Have you ever wanted to practice your English speaking, but there was nobody around to talk to? No friend who speaks English, no partner, no classroom, just you, alone, staring at the wall. Well, I'm here to tell you something today. You don't need a partner to become fluent, not even a little bit. In fact, some of my most confident students never practiced with another person at all. Not in the beginning, anyway. Hi, I'm so glad you're here. If you're new to this channel, I help English learners like you speak more naturally and confidently, one small lesson at a time. And before we get into today's tips, I want you to know I've put together a free practice sheet that goes perfectly with this video. I'll tell you exactly how to grab it in just a moment. So, here's the thing. Most learners think speaking practice has to involve another person. That's the obvious approach. Find a language partner, join a conversation club, book an italki lesson, and sure, those things help. But here's the mindset shift. Speaking is a skill you build through repetition, not through having an audience. Musicians practice scales alone. Athletes train alone. And you can absolutely train your speaking muscles alone too.
So today, I'm giving you 3 simple ways to practice speaking English. Completely by yourself. Let's get into it. 3 ways to practice speaking alone, starting today.
Okay, let's get into it. 3 ways to practice speaking alone, starting today. Tip number 1. Talk to yourself out loud during your daily routine. I know, it sounds a little strange at first, but hear me out. While you're making coffee or walking to the bus stop, just narrate what you're doing in English. Something like, okay, I'm grabbing my keys. I think I forgot my phone. Oh, wait, here it is. Well, let me give you an example from my own life. Years ago, when I was learning Spanish, I used to describe my whole morning out loud while brushing my teeth. Badly at first. But after a few weeks, sentences that used to feel clunky started coming out smooth, almost automatic. That's exactly what happens with your English too. So today, try narrating just 5 minutes of your morning routine out loud. I've actually included a list of narration starter phrases in today's free worksheet, so you're never stuck wondering what to say. Tip number 2, record yourself answering a question, then listen back. Pick a simple question. What did you do this weekend? And record yourself answering it out loud for 60 seconds. So here's a model you could use. This weekend, I mostly relaxed. On Saturday, I met a friend for coffee, and on Sunday, I just stayed home and watched a movie. I had a student, Daniela, who hated the sound of her own recorded voice at first. Most people do. But she kept doing this every single day, and within a month, she told me she stopped cringing and actually started noticing her own grammar mistakes before I even pointed them out. That's huge. Try this tonight. Record just one 60-second answer and listen back once. Don't judge yourself, just notice. Tip number 3, have a conversation with yourself using 2 characters. This one's my favorite. You literally play both sides of a conversation, asking a question, then answering it, like a mini dialogue. So, for example, have you traveled anywhere interesting lately? Actually, yes. I went to a small town near the coast last month. So, this is actually how I used to practice French debates in school. I'd argue both sides of an opinion out loud, alone, in my room. It felt silly, but it trained me to think and respond in real time, which is exactly the hard part of real conversations. Try this yourself right now. Pick any question and answer it as if you were talking to a curious friend. Now, I want you to hear this from real students, not just me. Marco said, I never thought talking to myself in the kitchen would actually work, but it did. Yuki said, recording myself was scary at first, but now it's my favorite part of studying. Fatima said, I finally stopped waiting for a partner and just started. Diego said, the 2 character trick made me realize I can actually think in English, not just translate. Priya said, 3 weeks of talking to myself and I sound so much more natural now. So if these 3 tips already feel helpful, imagine what's possible with real structure behind them. That's exactly why I created my Speak Alone, Speak Confidently challenge, a 14-day guided program where every single day I give you a new solo speaking exercise, a model script to follow, and a short recording prompt so you're never guessing what to practice next. It builds directly on everything I just taught you: the narration habit, the recording habit, the 2-character habit, but with daily structure, extra vocabulary, and feedback prompts so you know exactly what to improve. Right now, enrollment is open at a discounted rate, but only for this week. After that, the price goes back up, and I don't know when I'll offer this discount again. If you're serious about building real speaking confidence without needing a partner, this is the moment to join. So today, you learned 3 simple ways to practice speaking English completely on your own: narrating your routine, recording and reviewing yourself, and having 2-character conversations. Before you go, don't forget to grab that free practice worksheet I mentioned. It has all the starter phrases and prompts from today's tips, so you can start practicing right after this video. The link is right below. Thank you so much for spending these 10 minutes learning with me today. Practicing alone might feel a little strange at first, but I promise it works, and you're capable of so much more than you think. Thanks for learning English with me. See you next Friday for a new lesson. Bye!